I think everybody's vulnerable to gambling in the community at the moment because the elderly are quite socially isolated and the young are being targeted from, all industries. So everyone is at risk from my perspective. Are probably the new generation because they're the new targets for these gambling agencies slash, providers. Like I've looked at them as they're the perpetrators and the younger generation are the perfect victims because they're getting groomed from a very young age. So they're going to be ripe and ready by the time they're the legal age to gamble and be on with it. So it's ridiculous. It's the reality of it's just getting bombarded in our faces, and every second ad is basically a sports or horse gambling ad. And the statistics on it are atrocious. I got told that if you're at the football, you see the ads, I think it's between 100 and 200 times per football game. So that's just the amount of bombardment that it gets implemented in your mind, so everybody knows about it. I feel there's a real block there. Firstly, language and the shame and stigma behind any issue with gambling is not sort of looked upon well. So I feel there's a huge gap between the people or the persons with the issue and seeking support and seeking help. Money and the success factor of money can buy success and money brings you wealth and greatness is a high attraction. Like the old lotto analogy of life could be a dream is quite a big catch. And I think it's in the whole of society now that if that one quick win or that one big jackpot, you might not have to work for the rest of your life. That's quite a big carrot that's at the end of the rainbow that can be dangled there. The internet's just made it more accessible and simpler to bet because you can do it in your own bedroom, basically. To minimise the amounts of machines and the accessibility to venues and casinos, or even though we only have one casino in Victoria, and legislation. So similar with the poker machines, the minimum bets, same with the online betting and things like that, just to minimise it so that people can't lose a humongous amount very quickly. So hopefully the legislation can change that and it can bring down the damage. Not effectively, no. So gambling harm isn't really discussed. It is discussed, but it's not widely spoken about in the Chinese community. Well, it's a ripple effect. It affects everything. So it starts. So the main things that gambling affects is firstly the family, the home life, and then that ripples onto the communities and the whole wider society, from the person down the street to your local doctor or whoever, because the effect just continues on and on and on.